You've probably heard someone say that too much sexual activity can weaken your heart. But is there any truth to that, or is it just another myth that's been passed down for generations? Let's talk about what really happens inside your body. Welcome to Prime Health Lab, where we cut through the noise and give you real answers about men's health. Today, we're addressing a question that many men wonder about but rarely ask out loud. Can frequent ejaculation actually harm your heart? The answer might surprise you. If you're serious about understanding how your body works and making informed decisions about your health, go ahead and subscribe. We're here to help you feel your best naturally. Let's start by clearing up the biggest misconception right away. The short answer is no. Frequent ejaculation does not cause heart problems in healthy men. In fact, the research actually points in the opposite direction. But to understand why, we need to talk about what's really happening in your body during sexual activity and ejaculation. When you're sexually aroused, and especially during orgasm, your heart rate increases. Your blood pressure goes up temporarily. Your breathing becomes faster. All of this is completely normal and expected. It's your body's natural response to physical exertion and pleasure. Think about it like this. Your heart rate also increases when you climb a flight of stairs, when you lift weights at the gym, or even when you get excited watching your favorite team play. Sexual activity is simply another form of physical activity, and your cardiovascular system is designed to handle these temporary increases. Now, here's where the science gets interesting. Multiple studies have actually found that regular ejaculation may be associated with better cardiovascular health, not worse. Research published in the American Journal of Cardiology found that men who reported having sex at least twice a week had a lower risk of developing serious heart conditions compared to men who had sex less frequently. Another large study from Harvard followed thousands of men over nearly 2 decades and found that those who ejaculated more frequently actually had a lower risk of prostate cancer. While this isn't directly about heart health, it shows that regular ejaculation has protective benefits rather than harmful effects. The reason for this protective effect likely comes down to several factors. Regular sexual activity helps reduce stress, which is one of the biggest contributors to heart disease. When you experience orgasm, your body releases endorphins and oxytocin, hormones that promote relaxation and emotional well-being. Chronic stress, on the other hand, keeps your cortisol levels elevated, which can damage your cardiovascular system over time. So by engaging in regular, healthy sexual activity, you're actually helping your body manage stress more effectively. Sexual activity also improves circulation. During arousal and ejaculation, blood flow increases throughout your body, including to your heart and other vital organs. This improved circulation helps keep your blood vessels flexible and healthy. It's similar to how regular exercise benefits your cardiovascular system by keeping your heart strong and your arteries clear. There's also an important connection to testosterone. Regular ejaculation is part of a healthy hormonal cycle. When you have a healthy sex life, your body maintains balanced testosterone levels, which are crucial for heart health, muscle strength, bone density, and mental clarity. Men with chronically low testosterone actually have higher risks of cardiovascular disease, so maintaining that hormonal balance through natural sexual activity is beneficial. The old myth about ejaculation weakening the heart probably comes from a misunderstanding of what happens during exertion. Yes, your heart works harder temporarily, but that's not the same as being damaged. Just like your muscles get stronger when you exercise them, your cardiovascular system becomes more efficient with regular, healthy activity. The key word here is healthy. We're talking about natural, consensual sexual activity within the normal range of human behavior. Now, let's address the other side of this question. While normal, healthy ejaculation doesn't cause heart problems, there are some important nuances we need to discuss. There are specific situations where sexual activity might pose risks, but these have nothing to do with ejaculation being inherently dangerous. Instead, they're related to underlying health conditions that need attention. If you already have existing heart disease, uncontrolled high blood pressure, or a history of heart attacks, you should have an open conversation with your doctor about sexual activity, not because sex itself is harmful, but because any physical exertion needs to be approached carefully when your cardiovascular system is already compromised. Think of it this way. If your doctor has told you to avoid climbing stairs or doing moderate exercise, then sexual activity falls into that same category of physical exertion. It's about managing your overall activity level, not about ejaculation being dangerous. Here's what actually matters for heart health during sexual activity. The real concern isn't the act itself, it's the context and your overall cardiovascular fitness. Most sexual activity requires about the same amount of energy as walking up 2 flights of stairs or taking a brisk walk around your neighborhood. If you can do those activities without chest pain, severe shortness of breath, or dizziness, then sexual activity is almost certainly safe for your heart. One important factor that often gets overlooked is the psychological stress component. If you're feeling anxious or guilty about sex, if you're in a stressful or secretive situation, or if you're worried about performance, that mental stress can actually put more strain on your heart than the physical act itself. This is why healthy, relaxed, comfortable sexual experiences are better for your cardiovascular system than encounters filled with anxiety or pressure. Your emotional state directly affects your physical response. Let's also talk about what can genuinely harm your heart, because it's not ejaculation, it's the lifestyle factors that often go hand in hand with poor sexual health. Men who experience erectile dysfunction, for example, often have underlying cardiovascular issues. The same things that restrict blood flow to the penis also restrict blood flow to the heart. We're talking about smoking, obesity, lack of exercise, poor diet, unmanaged diabetes, and chronic stress. These are the real culprits when it comes to heart disease. If you're noticing changes in your sexual function, like difficulty achieving or maintaining erections, or if you're experiencing a significant drop in libido, these can actually be early warning signs of cardiovascular problems. Your penis is essentially a barometer for your heart health. The blood vessels in the penis are smaller than those around your heart, so they often show signs of restricted blood flow first. This is why erectile dysfunction is sometimes called the canary in the coal mine for heart disease. It's your body's way of telling you that something needs attention. So now that we've established that ejaculation itself isn't harmful to your heart, let's talk about what you should actually focus on to maintain both your sexual health and your cardiovascular health. Because here's the truth. The same habits that protect your heart are the exact same habits that improve your sexual function, energy levels, and overall vitality. First, let's talk about exercise. Regular physical activity is the single most powerful thing you can do for your heart and your sexual health. When you exercise, you improve blood flow throughout your entire body. You strengthen your heart muscle. You reduce inflammation. You balance your hormones, and all of these benefits directly translate to better sexual function. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. This could be brisk walking, cycling, swimming, weight training, or any activity that gets your heart rate up. Men who exercise regularly report better erections, more satisfying sex, and higher confidence. That's not a coincidence. Nutrition plays an equally important role. Your cardiovascular system and your sexual function both depend on healthy blood vessels. The foods that clog your arteries are the same foods that impair blood flow to your penis. Focus on whole foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats like those found in fish, nuts, and olive oil, and whole grains. Limit processed foods, excessive sugar, and trans fats. Foods rich in nitric oxide, like leafy greens, beets, and watermelon, actually help dilate your blood vessels and improve circulation. Dark chocolate in moderation, berries, and fatty fish like salmon are all excellent for cardiovascular and sexual health. Sleep is another critical factor that most men underestimate. When you don't get enough quality sleep, your testosterone levels drop, your stress hormones increase, and your body doesn't have time to repair itself. Poor sleep is directly linked to both heart disease and erectile dysfunction. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Limit screen time before bed. And if you're experiencing sleep apnea, which is common in men, get it treated. Sleep apnea doesn't just leave you tired, it significantly increases your risk of heart problems and sexual dysfunction. Stress management is absolutely essential. Chronic stress keeps your body in fight or flight mode. Your cortisol stays elevated. Your blood pressure remains high. Your arteries become inflamed, and your sexual desire and function suffer. Find healthy ways to manage stress. This might be meditation, deep breathing exercises, time in nature, engaging hobbies, or simply setting better boundaries in your work and personal life. Regular sexual activity with a partner you trust can actually be part of your stress management strategy because of those beneficial hormones we talked about earlier. Now let's address substances. If you smoke, quitting is the single best thing you can do for your heart and your sexual health. Smoking damages blood vessels and restricts circulation. The same goes for excessive alcohol. While a moderate amount might not cause problems, heavy drinking damages your heart, lowers testosterone, and impairs sexual function. If you're using recreational drugs, especially stimulants, understand that these put enormous strain on your cardiovascular system and can cause serious heart problems during sexual activity. Finally, get regular checkups. Know your numbers. Have your blood pressure checked. Get your cholesterol levels tested. Know your blood sugar. If you're over 40, talk to your doctor about getting your testosterone levels checked. These simple screenings can catch problems early when they're easiest to address. Remember, your sexual health is a window into your overall health. If things aren't working the way they used to, that's your body communicating with you. Listen to it. The men who maintain strong hearts and satisfying sex lives well into their later years are the ones who take care of the basics consistently. They move their bodies, they eat real food, they manage their stress, they sleep well. They stay connected to others. These aren't complicated strategies, but they require commitment. So let's bring this all together. Does excessive ejaculation cause heart issues? No. The science is clear on this. In fact, regular, healthy sexual activity is associated with better cardiovascular health, not worse. Your heart is a muscle designed to handle physical activity, and sexual activity is just another form of movement that your body is built for. Remember, your sexual health and your heart health are connected. When one improves, the other benefits. When one declines, it's often a signal that the other needs attention too. So instead of worrying about whether you're having too much sex, ask yourself whether you're taking care of the fundamentals that allow your body to function at its best. If you found this information helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps us reach more men who are looking for real answers about their health. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. We're here every week with practical, science-based information to help you feel stronger, more energized, and more confident in your body. Drop a comment below and let me know what topic you'd like us to cover next. Your questions drive the content we create, and we're here to give you the answers you're looking for. Take care of yourself. Your body is designed to thrive, and with the right habits, it will. I'll see you in the next video.
Prime Health Lab is dedicated to men's internal health. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.